The Tyrone team posing for the photographs. They're anxious to get on with it. The All-Ireland Senior Football semi-final, the second semi-final of 1984, their tussle against Dublin. No sooner were the miners off the field, in fact they weren't off the field, when there was a mighty roar which greeted the men from Tyrone. And the roar continues. Well, do you remember the funeral we were at last Sunday? They called it an All-Ireland semi-final. Well, just listen to the tumult and the shouting and the roaring that is Croke Park today. A crowd of, I would say, approximately 45 to 50,000 people gathered here for what promises to be an exciting All-Ireland semi-final. The day, a glorious day. As referee P.J. McGrath said as he looked up at the sun, it'll be a real Canby day. Being a Mayo man, that meant that it was a day of glorious sunshine. And there is the full-back. This is Tyrone McGarvey. Tyrone, a powerfully built man and the tallest man on the Tyrone team. He stands 6'2.5" And there is a man that's going to cause me, and I'm sure you, a little bit of problem today. That's John Lynch, who plays at left half back. Now, there's another fair-haired man on the field called Plunkett Donaghy, and they look very much alike. There's the other, and here come the Dubs. All-Ireland champions Dublin out on the field now. And the cheer acclaiming them as they come on. And there's one rather distasteful aspect of Croke Park here today, and that is the booing that's going on from both sides. We had it in the minor game, and we're going to have it in the senior game. How sad it is that this should have crept into Croke Park to such an extent. Well, Dublin seemed to be trying to evict the Tyrone men from the goal down on the left. Tyrone went into the goal on the left when they came out on the field. Tyrone power is dead. That is a rather gruesome but topical new banner. Dublin's Barmy Army Hill. And at the moment, both teams are playing into the goal down on our left, the railway goal, which in recent tradition has been the Dublin goal, but that doesn't give them squatters' rights. They are trying to play around down there. Tyrone have been in there already, and already there's a battle on between Dublin and Tyrone. Well, I don't know whether Tyrone went in there deliberately or not with eviction on their minds, but they're in there, and so are Dublin. And that is the most congested area inside the 50 yards of the railway goal that we're going to see for the rest of the game. And there is a vantage point, and they're very welcome to it. And you wouldn't believe this, but the booing that you're now hearing in the background is the booing of the Dublin team by Tyrone supporters. We've had the same thing the other way around, and as I say, the only word that can describe the booing by both sets of followers is disgusting. And there, sitting down, is Joe McNally with his right thigh heavily bandaged there. Tommy Drum alongside him, the captain of the team, rubbing his hands in anticipation. And the team, they're not all in there yet, I think. I think there's still a few gaps. There don't look to be 15 in there. The man on the extreme left there, that's Mick Kennedy. He's the only man on the Dublin team who hasn't won an All-Ireland medal on the field. And the hill has erupted, and there is trouble in there on the hill. And let us very quickly point out that that is trouble between two sections of the Dublin supporters. Now, Big Daddy has come in, as some of the players refer to him. Brian Mullins, three from the left there. Tommy Conroy on the left. And Brian is already egging them on, doing the thing that an experienced player should do. Well, The two sets of teams still kicking around in the railway goal. Nobody will give an inch. And there is serious trouble on the hill. Well, I think there'd be no harm if both sets of players, anxious as they are to play their football down in front of the goal at the hill, would get the heck out of that and play their football down at the other end. And the Gardaí are in action over there, and indeed are being chased out of the hill by individuals. I don't have to tell you, you can see it yourself. Well, what the people came to see was to enjoy football. Well, that's the scene on the left. The scene on the right, well, there are two umpires down in the goal and nobody else. Referee just having a word with some of the photographers as he waits in the centre of the field for the teams to get on with the parade, and one would feel that the sooner they get on with the parade, the better. The Battle of the Hill seems thankfully to have ceased at the moment. There are the two umpires in the canal area goal, and you can see not a player in sight.